Hello and welcome. My name is Sri Amira from Connect Yoga, bringing you yet another Flow Friday video. My goal is to provide you a practical and accessible yoga flow through useful tips and sequences from the comfort of your own home, regardless of your level of the practice or your age. Before we get started, if you enjoy this video, go ahead and send a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and click on the bell below to be amongst the first to know when a new video is released. This video we will be focusing on modifications. So if there are some poses that you find yourself maybe struggling with or that are new to you, or if you have some sort of injury that permits you from going fully into the pose, then this flow is for you. So option to grab a block or two. There are some poses that we'll do. Blocks are excellent for many things, including modifications. So if you have one or two, go ahead and grab it, but if not, totally doable without that. So we'll get started. Let's start first in a seated cross-legged position. Option to bring the block underneath you or not, whatever feels best for you. This just allows the hips to create more openness, and once you arrive, allow your sitting bones to make full contact with the earth by lifting the fleshy parts from underneath you. So your palms can rest on your knees, face up or down. You can rest your hands in your lap, whatever feels best to you. And we'll just start by taking a few grounding breaths together. So I invite you to either close your eyes or soften your gaze, whatever feels best for you. And we'll begin by taking a big inhale through the nose for 3, 2, 1, and pause. And exhale slow for 3, 2, and 1. 2 more times. Inhale for 3, 2, 1. Pause at the top. Exhale for 3, 2, and 1. Last time here. Inhale for 3, 2, 1. Pause. An audible exhale, side out the mouth. And return back to your natural cadence of breath. Maybe we begin to open your eyes, bringing a bit of awareness back into the space. And we'll start with just a brief warm-up. So I'm going to go ahead and remove my block from underneath me. Option for you to do the same as well. As you inhale, begin to bring your arms high overhead. Exhale, twist over towards the right. Rest your left hand on your right knee. Right hand comes directly behind you. As you inhale, maybe you lift a little taller through the crown of your head, and as you exhale, maybe you twist a little deeper, gazing over your right shoulder. Keep your left knee relaxed, and take another breath. And slowly unwind on the inhale, bring your arms high, and as you exhale, cactus the arms, mic open in the back, gaze is up to the ceiling. Inhale, arms are high, straight spine, gaze is forward, and exhale, twist over to the left. Right hand, left knee, left hand comes directly behind you. Lift tall through the spine on the inhale, and twist a little deeper on the exhale. Does it feel good to twist through your cervical spine, gazing past your left shoulder? Take another breath. Nice. And inhale, come back to center, arms are high. And exhale, lower your palms onto the earth in front of you, walking your hands out while you round out generously through your back. Keep your hips rooted onto the earth, chin into your chest. Stretching through your back muscles here, through your arms slightly. Opening up through the hips, stretching out through the hamstrings. And as you inhale, begin to push yourself forward all the way, lifting your hips off of the earth here, rolling over your shins, tabletop pose. Your palms press firm, fingers widespread, wrists under your shoulders, knees under your hips. As you inhale, send your tailbone high, drop your belly low, open through your heart, gaze is up to the ceiling. Exhale, tuck your tailbone forward, belly button comes into your spine, round out through your back, press the mat away, cat-cow. 2 more times. Inhale, tailbone high, belly low, gaze is up. And exhale, round and tuck. Chin into your chest, press firm into the earth. Last time, inhale. Moving with your breath. Moving your spine like a snake. And exhale. And inhale, come into a neutral spine tabletop pose. Let's get into it. So to start, we will begin in a modified side plank pose. So side plank pose, this is what it will look like without a modification, most common. But we're going to go ahead and bring our knee onto the ground. So go ahead and extend your right leg behind you, land onto your toes. Pivot your left heel off to the left side. Keep your left palm firm into the earth under your face and bring your right arm overhead. And you've arrived. Now, an option for a modification here is to also come onto your forearm. Now, if you're on your forearm, your legs are usually still long. So that would be the option for the modification. But for this practice, we're going to stay rooted onto the palm of our hand and keep our right arm high to the ceiling, right? Beautiful. And we're here for a few breaths. Maybe here you begin to lift your right leg high, feeling the engagement of the outer right thigh. Take another breath here. And exhale, slowly begin to lower down. Come back to center. And we're going to take that on the opposite side. So now extend your left leg nice and long behind you. Kick your right foot off to the side. Plant your left foot onto the ground. Right palm stays firm. Left arm reaches high. Gaze up to your left fingertips or gaze straight. Whatever feels best on your neck. Option to hover your left leg above you, flexing your toes to your body, engaging the left leg, especially the quad and the outer left thigh. Take another breath here. And slowly begin to lower your left leg down. Left palm follows. Come back to center. Beautiful job, y'all. And press your palms firm into the mat, coming into a very similar pose, most commonly known as plank pose. So a couple options here. Well, first option is you can stay sort of where you are in tabletop pose, but you want to send your knees a little further back, and you want to dip your hips a little further down. Bring your palms, your wrists under your shoulders so you have that alignment there. And this way your core is still nice and engaged. So that's option one. Option two would be to rest onto your forearms, so making them parallel with one another. Send your legs back as you lift up onto your toes. Your hips are still pretty low here. And if you're here, you want to round out through your upper back so you're not dropping in your shoulders here. You want to stay nice and tall. So the option to come onto your forearms is if you have any wrist injuries, or if it's pretty painful, or if the strength in your arms may not be there yet to hold you up in a plank, a normal plank. This option is if you have super strong hands, but you still want to find a nice modification. And again, still lifting through your shoulders, dip your hips low, creating a nice line of symmetry from the crown of your head all the way to your knees here. And let's take another couple of breaths. Wherever you are in this modification, you should definitely feel the core engagement. If you feel any low back engagement, then you might just want to ease up out of the pose a little bit and take another breath. And as you exhale, begin to lower out of the pose. If you're on your palms, come back onto your hands and just begin to sink your hips back towards your heels. Counter stretching here. So stretching out through the back, child's pose. Our arms are long for a brief moment. And as you inhale, begin to rise back up into tabletop pose. Beautiful. And tuck your toes here. Send your hips high as you press through your palms, downward facing dog. Begin to just find some gentle movement here. As you pedal your feet, lift one heel then the other, alternate sides, and then begin to find stillness. Draw your right knee into your chest as you shift forward.
and gently plant your right foot in between your hands. Pivot your back heel onto the mat and begin to elevate your upper body, arms high overhead, moving into a warrior series here. So this is warrior one. Now the modification here is pretty straightforward, shortening the stance. So you can have your warrior one as wide as here, as long as your hips are squared forward, but the modification would simply be to bring your left foot closer to your right, and you're here. You're still maintaining a decent bend in your right knee, so your right knee is directly over your right ankle no matter where you are. You're able to close off the hips, keep your core engaged, relax your shoulders, and you're still fully engaged and present in this pose. So one of the more simpler modifications here. Take another breath. And as you exhale, open up into warrior two. So hips open off to the left side. Your arms come out long. And sometimes it's helpful to bring your left foot a little bit more off to the right side here to create more of an opening through your hips. Same modification goes here, a shorter stance. You might see or have been in a longer warrior two pose where you have lots of distance between your feet, but the modification here would just be to shorten the stance and you still accomplish the benefits of the pose. So relax your shoulders, see your gaze off of your right middle finger, keep your core nice and engaged. Beautiful. And we're shifting forward into extended side angle. So begin to bring the modified version is to bring your forearm onto your right thigh and your left arm reaches overhead. Another option for modification would be to bring your block underneath your right hand instead and your left arm is still high. So if you're on the block, it's best to have it at the higher level. You can have it at the mid level, but it isn't too much of a modification because you're still super engaged. So I would suggest coming here or here. Wherever you are, this is a modified version, so just take another couple of breaths. Nice. Beautiful. And slowly begin to lift your upper body, come back into your warrior two. Set your block off to the side for now. Arms are long. And we're gonna go ahead and lift both of our arms overhead, lift off of the back heel, send your hips forward, and we're in a high lunge pose. This is just for transition. So we're making our way into warrior three. I'm actually gonna come on this side because I need my block. So go ahead and grab your blocks if you have them and bring them at the tallest height possible. So from your high lunge, lower your palms onto your block, shift your weight into your right foot, and allow your left leg to take flight. Warrior three pose. So your left leg isn't lifting all the way high. You're really making it almost parallel with your torso, and your hips are squared with the mat here. And take a micro bend in your standing knee. Keep your left toes flexed to your body. Stay nice and long through the crown of your head. And take another breath. Nice. And begin to softly land onto your back toes, bend in your front knee, set your blocks off to the side, plant your palms firm, step your right foot back with the left, downward facing dog. So all of that now on the other side. So left knee into your chest as you shift forward. Gently plant your left foot, pivot your back heel onto the mat. Go ahead and take this opportunity to shorten your stance now and elevate your upper body. Arms are high, hips are squared forward, strong and engaged core, shoulders relaxed, reaching all the way through your fingertips to engage your arms. Left knee is over your left ankle. Beautiful job. Take a couple breaths here. Nice. And as you exhale next, open up into your warrior two pose. Again, it might help to bring your right foot over to the left side now to create more of an opening in the hips, but still maintaining a short stance. Your arms are long, palms face down, reaching through your fingertips and gazing past your left middle finger. core nice and engaged. And when I mean that, I mean just drawing your belly button into your spine so that your core is nice and solid here. And you want to be sure that your left knee is in the direction toward the ninth edge of your left foot here. Engaging more of the left inner thigh, and take another breath. Beautiful. And we move into extended side angle. So left forearm, left thigh, right arm overhead, or option to bring your left hand onto the tallest height of your block here. And maybe you gaze up past the crease in your right elbow. Option to gaze down towards your toes if that feels better on your neck. Take another couple of breaths. Feel the engagement of your left quad muscle, your left glute. Feel the strength of your right arm. Beautiful. And begin to slowly elevate your upper body, coming back into your warrior two. Bring your arms overhead as you send your hips forward, lift off your back heel, high lunge pose. Just for transition, because we want to close off the hips for warrior three. Bring your blocks back in front of you, shift your weight into your left foot, and elevate your right. And we're immediately in warrior three pose. Right toes are flexed, hips are squared with the ground. Micro bend in your standing knee, lift nice and tall to the crown of your head. You are fully engaged. Feel the strength of your left leg holding you up. Stay nice and tall through the spine. One more breath here, you got this. Continue to breathe. And begin to lower softly onto your toes. Put your blocks off in front of you. Plant your palms firm. Step your left foot back with the right. Downward facing dog. And let's take a big inhale through the nose here. And exhale, sigh it out the mouth. Beautiful. And as you inhale, and as you exhale, lower onto your knees, back into tabletop pose. That was fun. Great job. And we'll close our practice off here just with another grounding breath. Bring your block underneath you, coming back into a seated position. And just take a moment here to allow your body and your breath to just regulate and integrate. Maybe you close your eyes, soften your gaze. And we'll take a big inhale through the nose. An audible exhale, sigh it out the mouth. And bring your palms to your heart. And I bow in honor of the divine being and the believer and the light in you. Namaste. Thank you for tuning in today. I hope that was fun, and I hope that you learned so much and that you'll be able to apply these practices into your normal routine and find what works for you, leave behind what doesn't. As a friendly reminder, every single Friday I will be releasing these videos for Flow Friday, so look forward to new and fresh content every single Friday. If you have any special requests, drop them below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe to notifications so you are the first to know when I release new videos. And also, if you enjoyed what you went through today in your practice, then join me virtually for weekly yoga classes online. And know that I also do private one-on-one sessions and group sessions if you're looking to specialize in a unique flow for your needs. But I will see you soon, and I hope you have a wonderful day or night. Peace.